During the First World War, planes, specifically biplanes, played a big role in defending the skies of all different sides. They induced fear upon the enemy and morale boost in Allied soldiers on the ground. However, during the Second World War, it is quite safe to assume that biplanes are outdated, but that does not mean they're not used. One such biplane was the Gladiator of the RAF. Let us take a look deep into it and understand how something that's a relic of the past still served despite its outdated state. Let us learn about the final biplane of the RAF. The Gladiator, also known as the Gloster Gladiator, was a British biplane fighter manufactured by the Gloster Aircraft Company in 1936. It entered service with the RAF on the 16th of February 1937 and even saw combat during World War II. Now, there were multiple versions of the Gloster Gladiator. The first variant, the Gloster Gladiator Mark I, featured a Bristol Mercury 9 engine, which was a 9-cylinder air-cooled radial engine that produced 830 horsepower. This allowed the Mark I version to reach a top speed of 407 kilometers an hour. It was also fitted with a 2-wooden blade propeller and a mixed combination of Vickers and Lewis machine guns. The other variant was the Gloster Gladiator Mark II. They began upgrading the Gloster Gladiator Mark I to its Mark II version in March 1938. They upgraded the engine from the Bristol Mercury 9 to the Bristol Mercury 8 AS, which was a 9-cylinder air-cooled radial piston engine which produced 840 horsepower. This allowed it a top speed of 414 kilometers an hour, and with it, they attached a very fixed-pitch 3-blade metal propeller. For armaments, it uses 4 7.7mm Browning machine guns. All in all, a total of 747 Gloster Gladiators were produced, including the Mark I and II and the Sea Gladiator versions. Every major nation during World War II used biplanes. Now for Britain, it was the Gloster Gladiator and many others. And that nimble aircraft participated in nearly all engagements all around the world. From 1940 to 1942, the island of Malta, an island situated between North Africa and Sicily, was pretty much surrounded by Axis forces. In the island were British forces defending it. They defended it with all they got, and among their many air defenses were Gloster Gladiators. They were part of a temporary RAF unit called the Halfar Fighter Flight. Among them were the popular gladiator trio named Faith, Hope, and Charity. These gladiators served as the protectors of Malta, among other aircraft. In 1942, Malta would be saved from starvation and downfall during the daring Operation Pedestal by the Royal Navy. In North Africa, the Gladiators saw significant frontline combat, intercepting Italian aircraft in the western deserts of the North African campaign. During the Japanese invasions of China, the Chinese National Air Force purchased 36 Gloster Gladiators from England in 1937 to counter Japanese invasions. They were assigned to the 5th Fighter Group, and despite being outdated at the time, this didn't stop pilots from fighting valiantly against Japan, as by 1938, they would score a lot of aerial victories. Today, only 8 Gloster Gladiators exist. Out of the 8, only 2 are still airworthy. A Mark I variant from the Shuttleworth collection in Bedfordshire, UK, and a Mark II from the fighter collection at the Imperial War Museum at Duxford.